knees nice and hard first. And just sink into child's pose. And we're just going to breathe here for a few minutes. So if you need to, maybe put a block on your forehead. Or just sink that forehead down to the mat. Just allow your body to slowly ease in. Feeling your breath slow down. Letting your body be supported by the mat, is grounded, connected. As you breathe, create space in between your ribs, your backside body. Knees are far apart, allowing space for the belly. Do about 3 more breath cycles. It's not as if you're holding tension anywhere, just let it go. Ready, we're going to just gently come out of that and come into Sukhasana, comfortable seated position. Take your time. Maybe keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft. We'll rest our hands on our knees and faces to face circles. So just meeting with the rib cage, circling all the way around that pelvic bowl, in the spine. Flex forward and round the back. Lifting chin slightly as you circle forward and dropping as you circle back. Connecting the breath, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Go one more time around this way. And when you get to the back, we'll inhale and reverse the other way. Rolling the circles a bit more around. And one more time this way. And we're just going to wind our way back to center. And walk our hands out in front and just maybe coming onto the forearms or coming onto a block where you need. And just releasing the hips. Again, breathing into the backside body. Let the head bend. One more breath here. Walk the hands back up. And switch other legs in front. We'll do the same thing. So just walk the hands out Let the head be heavy. And that stretch the opposite hip. Long, full breaths. And one more breath here. Well, we're ready to back up. And frame our feet together into our leg pose. Maybe rock a bit side to side. Connecting the hands around the feet or the ankles. We'll inhale along spine. And exhale, pulling the chest forward, keeping that locked spine. Maybe the elbows pressing the knees apart. And just holding here for a breath. And releasing back up tall. Big inhale. Exhale, same thing. Pulling the chest forward. And taking a breath here. Releasing one more time on top. And exhale, pull yourself forward this time around the spine. Let the head drop toward the feet. And taking 2 breath cycles here. And slowly rolling back up to center. Place our arms behind us so we can recline back and feet as wide as your mat. And we're going to bench away with those knees side to side. So let them drop. Other side. And turn your head in the opposite direction. Connect with your breath. Even it out here. And come back up to your seat. We'll extend one leg out to the side. So we're going to flow over that leg, over the side. And inhale back up. And then flow the opposite leg. Inhale back up. Exhale over the leg. And if you'd like to, on this next one, inhale up, place the hand down, option to lift the hips and press them forward. Exhale down and over the leg. And one more time at the other side. Lifting up. And exhale down. Turn our torso toward our leg. Inhale the arms up. And exhale up. So that way, letting your hands land wherever they need to. See if you can relax that quad, the head. Just leaving here for a moment. Walking and roll there when you back up. Switch sides. Extending out. Lifting those both sits both here. Inhale, the arm up and over the leg. Inhale over to the other side. Two more times, maybe adding that lift to the hips. Taking your own pace, moving with your breath. we come out of that, we'll make our way to tabletop, hands and knees. A little bit of your knees, a little extra cushion. And we'll just begin to rock forward and back, giving the wrists a bit of a stretch as you press forward. And maybe flipping one palm over as you shift your hips back. And switching sides. You feel like your wrists are nice and stretched out. Over your hands back over your shoulders, nice firm pressure into the mat, supporting the body. And we'll cross right ankle over left and press the right hip out to the side, lengthening and stretching the outside of the hip, breathing into tension here. One more breath here. And back to center. We'll switch sides, pressing the hips out and crossing the opposite ankle, hips to the left. And back to center and crossing the ankles. We're just going to wag the tail here. So shifting the hips side to side. And then back to center. And think about just moving that lower tailbone sacrum area and letting the belly drop and just doing some circles, tailbone circles, letting the spine round and flex. As you circle around, just loosen that lower back. When you're ready, we'll reverse. And come back to our neutral spine. Again, pressure in the hands into the mat. If we need to re-stretch a wrist, if they're getting a little tense here, go ahead. We're going to move into cat-cow. So inhale, lifting the tailbone and the crown. Exhale, tucking the tailbone and the chin. Moving at your pace with your breath. Pressing the hands into the mat in each direction. Deepening the spine, flexion and extension. One more time each way. Coming back to neutral spine. Going to move here into downward dog. So we'll tuck our toes, lift our hips, and shift the weight back. And pillow those feet. So we're going to stay up, relax the legs. Mindful breaths. When you're ready, we'll still the feet. Take one more breath here. Shake that head out. Not holding any tension. And on your inhale, we'll lift the left leg. And we're going to step it all the way through to a low lunge. Letting the back knee rest on that. Now is a good time for blocks, and we're going to stay in this lunge and move through this lunge, lengthening that right hip flexor. Do a little side-to-side rotation, feeling the connective tissue around the hip. And just move laterally. Finally, still in that center. We're going to shift our hips back to half split. So we're folding over the front leg, maybe move the blocks back with you a bit. And breathing here as we stretch the back of that leg. Let's repeat that a few times. So shift the hips forward. Maybe this time pressing up through the crown, pulling the heart through a bit more as you lengthen that right hip flexor. Big inhale here. As you exhale, shift back once more to our half split. Let your head be heavy, breathe here. And one more time, we'll come forward. Inhale, maybe lifting the arms or keeping the hands on the blocks. Maybe lifting up, feeling the length of the front side body. So we'll bring our hands down to the mat. Right hand can go to the mat or to a block. And we're going to twist open toward our left knee. So left arm reaches up as we twist our torso. And just breathing here, maybe circling that arm around. Nice and slow with the breath, inhaling as it comes up. And exhaling as it circles down. One more time. And bring your hands back to the mat and step it back to our tabletop. And we're going to come back to downward dog. Lift that left leg one more time. Inhale. And pull it all the way through to the pigeon this time. So bend the knee and pull the left knee, landing behind that left wrist. Top of the right foot slides back. And again, use your blocks to lift up a bit. Breathing here. And when you're ready, lowering down and deepening that stretch in the left glute. And maybe resting the forehead on the block. Letting the ground support you, not holding, just releasing. We'll stay here for a few breath cycles. Just allowing that connective tissue to release. One more breath here. Nothing out. Yes. Pressing our way up, back to tabletop, other hands and knees. Maybe just pressing the hips side to side again. And back to center, we'll come to downward dog. Let the head release. Take a breath. And we'll inhale, right leg up. And step it through to our lunge. taking time here. Just move and shift. And then we'll shift back to our half split, fold it over that front leg. Breathing here. Shifting forward again. Maybe lifting the torso up a little more this time. Long neck. Pulling that collarbone through. And shifting back, half split. And last one forward. Maybe extending that reach up this time with your inhale. Maybe raising up the fingertips. When you're ready to come out, we'll bring those hands down to the mat. Left hand can come to the mat or to the block, and we'll twist. Inhale toward the right knee, right arm comes up. Easing up at those fingertips, pulling that right shoulder back. And on your next exhale, begin circling that arm back. And inhale to forward. Letting your gaze follow the fingertips. Just one more time around. Back to tabletop. Moving back to downward dog. Shake out the head, rest and breath. Your next inhale, lifting the right leg. Put that into that knee and pull that knee behind the wrist into pigeon. Slide the left foot back. Maybe coming up high on blocks. And whenever you're ready, lowering down. We'll stay here for several breath cycles. Be heavy, be grounded. Allow your body to release. One more breath cycle. Pressing our knee back up. Hands and knees, taking those knees nice and wide. We're going to shift our hips back to child's pose. So slide those fingertips forward, resting the chest and the forehead. Maybe taking reverse Prayer hands behind the head, you can open up the shoulders if that feels good. One more breath here. And releasing back down. Come back up onto hands and knees, keeping the knees slightly wider than the hips. We're going to place left hand center, right hand to the ear. And as we inhale, we'll twist elbow coming up. Exhale, elbow down. Movement the spine with your breath. Inhale again, open. Exhale, close. Again, inhale. Last one. Inhale, extending that arm up. Stay here for another breath. On your exhale, thread the needle coming down onto that right shoulder, resting the right temple on the mat or on a block. Left hand can come around to your right hip to open up that shoulder and line, or maybe you're reaching forward or slightly to the right. Finding what you need and settling in for a few breaths. And when you're ready, press and look up to hands and knees, and we'll repeat that on the left side. So left hand to left ear, inhale and open. And exhale, lower. Two more times with your breath. And your last one, extending that reach and gaze. Really pressing the right hand into the mat, pulling that left shoulder back. Great big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle and let me down. Finding a good position. One more breath cycle here. And we'll press our way back up. We're going to come to hero's pose. So if you like, place a block between the ankles and sit back onto the block so it's bones connected. You can adjust maybe to a taller side or the lower side, or just sitting on the ground. Block just eases the knees a bit. And we'll circle that neck around in one direction. Connecting with your breath. And the next time your chin is against your chest, we'll inhale and reverse the other way. One more time around. Inhaling the head back up to neutral. And the shoulders drop. All right, with our next breath, we're going to open our arms nice and wide, lift through the chest, arching the spine. As we exhale, we'll round the spine and drop the chin and give yourself a nice big hug. Hold it here for a breath. With your next inhale, open back up, lifting that gaze. Exhale, round other arm on top. Give yourself a nice big hug. Lower the chin, hold here for a breath. We'll do that one more time, each side. Inhale and open. Exhale, round. Hold for a breath. Last time, inhale and open. Exhale, round. Hold for a breath. And then we'll release, straighten that spine back onto neutral. We're going to come to a high kneel position. So up onto the knees here. Then we'll inhale the arms up, palms meet overhead. And we'll exhale, tilting to one side. So letting those palms reach for a side stretch. Inhale back up center. Exhale other side. We'll do one more time each side with your breath. Inhale. And last one. And back up in the center, leaving the hands up. We're going to circle the right arm back. We can circle to the lower back or all the way back to the heel and take a half camel pose. So pressing those hips forward wherever that hip hand lands, whether it's your low back or all the way back on your heel. You're just reaching the opposite arm up and pressing the hips forward. To come out of this, if your hands on your heel, bring it back to your low back. Keep the core engaged. Come back up center. We'll inhale the other arm back up. And exhale, take it to the other side. So just staying in your back bend for a few breaths. Like to take full camel. Circle that other arm back. Otherwise, just staying with your half. Opening up the front side body. One more breath here. And engaging the core, bringing hands to the low back. Coming back up. So we'll take our counter pose of child's pose. One more time with child's pose. Simply the hips back, releasing the low back. Hands can take whatever position you want, maybe reaching over to the right, and then reaching over to the left, or that reverse prayer pose. Just reaching back forward. One more breath here. going to find Malasana, our low squat. So we'll tuck the toes and come back into our low squat. So maybe that's on a block, or maybe it is coming up a little higher, depending on your knees. Thinking about that long spine, lifting up through the crown, making space for the belly, pulling the heart through. Just allowing gravity to assist your ankles, your knees, your hips, just to open. Let that connective tissue release. Two more breath cycles here. And to come out of this, we'll place our hands down on the mat. Straighten up the legs, turn the toes forward and find nice, curious forward fold. Allowing the head to be heavy, maybe swaying, maybe surprising. And still that movement with the feet underneath the hips. As we release the hands, we'll inhale and lift up halfway to a nice long spine. Reach that neck. Exhale, lower back down. Let yourself in. Let the head release. Inhale through the feet as we slowly rise to stand. Inhaling your palms together overhead. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Resting breath here. We'll inhale the arms up. Pulling the hips back, we'll exhale into our forward fold. Let that head release. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, refold. Hug it in. Inhale, root, rise. Palms meet. Maybe press those hips forward, taking the side back. And exhale, hands to heart center. Rest and breath. We'll open up the hands to mountain pose, Tadasana. Check in with posture, feet connected. Lifted through the crown, rib cage down with that engaged core, and opening up through our heart space. Taking in a few breaths here. And we'll release. We're going to face the wide edge of the mat and take a wide leg forward fold. So toes are pointing out. We'll draw the hips back, just fold forward, letting the hands come down to a block or to the mat. And head release. And walk both hands over to the right foot. And just breathe here. Going to take a side lunge, bending the right knee. So up to you how low you want to go. Keep it high and keep the hands on the knee, or take it down low, hands on the mat or a block. Maybe releasing the hands, bring your hands to front center. Holding this side lunge wherever you're at tonight. One more breath here. And releasing the hands back down. We'll straighten the legs back to our wide leg forward fold. Release the head. Take a breath here. Walking both hands over to the left foot. Breathing in here. Now taking that side lunge on the left side and in the left knee. And finding spot where you can let that inner thigh release. One more breath here. We'll bring our hands down. We're going to come back to tabletop, facing forward. Facing the front of the mat. And then we're going to come all the way down to the belly. So, coming maybe to the forearms and then extending the legs back. And then pulling your heart through as you lower down into space. Maybe that core engaged so the low back is supported. Breathing here for a moment. We'll lower down. Resting the forehead on the palms and the toes turned out, finding our front knuckle pose. And we'll take about 5 breath cycles here, just allowing an entire front side body to connect with the earth, feeling grounded, just breathing. Everything is released, no tension. One more breath cycle here. And we're going to be finding a half frog pose. So turning the feet back to the tops of the feet on the mat. And pull the right knee out to the side. Maybe resting the forehead back on the hands or just holding that, releasing that right hip. And from here, we're going to find a twist. So the left arm is going to come under, reaching forward. Maybe the head rests on the block. Let's find what you're comfortable with. The right arm is going to reach up and back as you twist open. So that right arm coming back behind you. Keep that right knee bent. Allow your shoulders to be heavy. Try to release that tension. One more breath here. Exhaling back over onto the belly. Gently bring that right knee down And then we'll take the other side. So left knee bends up. Half cross pose and just let the head rest. Facing. And one more breath here. Finding that twist, taking the right arm, scooping it under the left arm, opens up back like Jew, twisting open. And just make your body be heavy. 2 more breaths here. And to come out of this, we're just going to roll over onto our back. Gently adjusting yourself back onto your mat. And we're going to bring the right knee in, having around knee. Circle that ankle out. Directions. Take your twist, pulling that knee across the body and the right arm rounding down out to the side. Trying to keep both lower legs connected to the mat and that nice stretch in the right foot. One more breath here. Back onto the back. Half baby. So we're going to grab outside of that right foot and pull the knee back. Or reach just holding behind the knee. Whatever you need. Right knee coming back toward that. Leg stays long, extended and heavy. Release, having both knees in nice and tight. Lift up the head. Making yourself into the tree. And as you lower, send the right leg out, pulling the left knee in. Circle the ankle. Take our twist. Left knee across the body. Arm grounding down to the side. Keep looking towards the left fingertips. Breath in. And getting back onto the back. Take that maybe on the left side. So reaching that knee or the outside edge of the foot and just pulling that knee back. One more breath. And we're gonna find a full happy baby. So now bring that right foot back as well. Maybe adding a little bit of rocking. Let release in the low back. Spread here. And as we gently release the feet, we'll hug the knees in one more time. Lift the head. Take the nice inhale. Exhale, lengthening out, finding our final resting pose for Shavasana. Tucking the shoulder blades under, letting the feet fall open, palms lifted. Anything you need to make yourself comfortable. Blanket or the eyes or your head, across the body. Just want to allow you to rest and breathe for the next couple of minutes.